Alrighty then, everybody, welcome back. StarBornFeline here. Last we left off, we had been seeing things unfold in the Foundation. Not much in the way of combat, but just my volume's spiking just a little bit, but not. So yeah, things have been proceeding in the Foundation. Not quite full-out warfare, but you can see where the sides are coming from, and Madam Vice President is still a capital B. She used Sonetto to try and make Vernon look as bad as possible. Like, she knows Sonetto is basically Vernon's best friend at this point, so that is sleazy and underhanded in so many levels. Alright then, let's see. Troublesome neighbor, the noisy, aggressive. Oh, sorry. They are noisy, aggressive, and many. I still don't know why he just throws in these little combat sections. Ew. Alright, I should be fine. I'm still over level for this, so hopefully I don't get my butt kicked too badly. Also got Pickles here where he doesn't have advantage. He at least makes up for some of my weaknesses.
They're just little games.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Rock! Change the world!
Close but no cigar.
No worries.
Leave them, and then I guess blast them with Regulus, and then ponder assisted with Pickles.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Regulus is gonna take it there. That was nasty wound too. Close that.
It will all be fine.
They're just little games.
Breathe.
Shoot. Just barely survived, and then we're gonna. Yep, I gotta heal. Not a huge deal. Dance with the fairies. Play ball.
The puppy agreed with your decision.
It's time to party.
Are you ready to be blinded?
It's one down. Two down.
Are you ready to shake? Woohoo! Release!
Okay then. You just did play in the meter field with Pickles. And then
No worries.
if they somehow survive, we'll just catch them in the fairies, and that should do it.
Hip hip! Hooray!
Okay. I've noticed for some reason my desktop audio, like the game audio, is coming out super loud compared to my mic audio for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I've already got I got it down a decent amount from my mic audio. So again, I don't know why that is. Woods cannot shelter everyone. Some have to seek themselves a new home. Okay, now I just feel bad. I just feel bad for kicking out the carbuncles. Sailing at night. I've seen you when you were two boards side by side drifting on the sea. This one is a combat one too. Actual story combat, that'll be nice.
Table de divination en argent, soie blanche, perles trempées dans de la rosée du soir. De quels autres objets occultes ai-je besoin? Bien, voyons voir quelle quantité d'encens et de myrrhe il me reste. Super, c'est juste ce qu'il me fallait. Tout est prêt. Compas en sens. Où est ma compas en sens? Encore toi, petit lutin divinatoire. Tu ne me voleras rien aujourd'hui, pas cette fois. Où t'en vas-tu avec mon pot? Reviens! Il semblerait que tu aies besoin d'une bonne leçon pour te faire comprendre pourquoi c'est mal de faire ça. Attends voir. Je vais te montrer ce qui arrive quand on se moque de Mademoiselle Mathilda Boiniche.
Can I say I love the fact that they actually have her speak French? you have to actually read the context, but still. Alright. This should be
Dental
bad.
checkup.
Again, I remember this being like the second. Oh, they revive, check their main details, try and counter. Yep. I remember these being like the second big enemy that gave me trouble. Again, I was still spreading out my resources on my main account. I don't know why I was doing that. I just did.
No worries.
They're just little games.
Ideally, try and what's it called?
Woohoo! Release!
You try and AoE them down if you're lucky enough. Once again, I'm a little bit over level, so
Start me up.
I shouldn't be too
They're
badly off.
just little games. Woohoo! Release! Rock, rock, rock! Change the world!
Okay.
The puppy agreed with your decision.
Heal and then
Are you
Party
ready
with
to be
Regulus.
blinded?
Breathe.
Yeah, let's think. I think it's the fact that like, yeah, it doesn't hit against ultimates. Thankfully, it does protect against debuffs, so that's good. Let's see. Pickle should be able to knock this one down. Have a heal ready for next turn, and then
No worries.
try and knock
They're
that one down as
just
well.
little games. Left hand up. Now right hand up.
But we did manage to prevent it from using its, which is good. Go in the meter field with pickles.
We need some peaceful
Dance
moments.
with the tooth fairies, and then I guess we'll just multi-blast everybody
Stop me
with Regulus. Hopefully that should take him down. But yeah, these guys were one of my hard enemies because I didn't really have a good grass like team build or anything I could really use against them. Eventually, I managed to get my level of my main team, which was I believe what was her name?
Warning,
The Russian
warning.
gal.
The puppy is fleeing the scene at its maximum speed.
I want to see Borshka, but I don't think that's right. Nike? But you know, the Rocket Girl, I got her up to high enough that level that she could get them mostly down with crits, and then I think I also had balloon party, who unfortunately did have weakness to these guys, but she was my only really good healer I had at the time. And I forget who my support was. I want to say I just had like another random DPS thrown in there. I don't remember who. But yeah, those were main team for a while. But eventually, like I said, on my main account, I'm willing to spend a little bit to get more roles and stuff. So I've been getting a lot of characters on that one. But anyway, enough about me blabbering. On with the story.
Rira bien qui rira le dernier. It's me, me. Ah, sale petit voyou. Je suis crevée. Ah, il est tard. Oh, Dieu merci, je n'ai pas loupé la marée haute. Préparez les accessoires. Je ne dois pas me laisser distraire à nouveau. La divination requiert toute ma concentration et mon énergie. La marée haute causée par la lune sera bientôt là. Voyons voir. Elle devrait commencer vers 20h45. Il reste 3 minutes. Je dois purifier la sphère occulte quand la marée commencera à monter si je veux que la divination soit exacte. Allons, calme-toi. Voici le moment clé. Qui que ce soit, je ne dois pas être distraite. Bon, concentration, concentration. Yeux fermés, bien concentrés. Imaginons mon corps montant et descendant au rythme de la marée, béni par la lune. Elle se trouve de l'autre côté de la mer, attendant que je la trouve. Voilà le moment de brûler l'encens. Apparaît dans la sphère occulte, sonnez!
Matilda, are you there?
Mais quoi, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I'm sorry, but I think I heard your voice. I need to ask you a favor.
Coming! Wait a minute! I'm busy! Wait there and be patient! Now, tell me your request. What brings you to the bright and intelligent Mademoiselle Boisnichel this time?
Could you please read the future for me?
Now it's a good time to ask the moon for help. Clean your hands in the silver pot and put them on mine. Okay, now sit opposite me and gaze into the orb.
Okay.
Are you here to confess, to interpret a dream, or to seek the prophecy of the crystal?
I am here to confess and to seek the prophecy.
Tell me about the vision in your heart.
The vision? I see myself falling. There are 2 broken decks. They were originally one piece. Every time I get closer to one deck, the other one sinks. People on it will fall with it. I can feel the coldness of the deep water and the pains when they struggle.
Are you sad about it?
I feel fear.
I see. Which deck would you like to approach intuitively? Can you recognize the people on them?
There is something bright on that deck, just like Timekeeper and Druvis. It is warm there.
You are attracted to it subconsciously. It guides the way of your heart. What about the other?
The other deck makes me feel comfortable, as if I have spent a long time there. I can trace back every step I take.
Perhaps that symbolizes your senses. Sonetto, are you having trouble making a choice? I can see the conflict between your instinct and senses. I heard you attended the committee's meeting today. Anything happened?
I said something wrong. I was not properly prepared. I was unable to help Timekeeper and Druvis. Instead, I created a deeper misunderstanding. What choice should I make to resolve their conflict? Stalemate like that really scares me.
The bright deck seems closer and larger. Have you ever thought about following your heart? Sonetto, maybe you can try following your instinct for once. Maybe something unexpected will happen.
I tried. 4 years ago. I let them go. That was the worst decision I have ever made. I am ready. Please tell me the right choice.
Okay. The reality has shown itself. Take the path you have already taken. Walk the way you have already walked. You shall benefit from listening to the voice in your mind, as it is not yet time to dark.
Listen to the voice in my mind. I see. I should not have hesitated. Thank you, Matilda. Your divination is very helpful. My mind is very clear now.
You're... Ha! Of course you should thank me. You should have known the resourcefulness of Mademoiselle Mathilda Boanish much earlier. For your information, those seeking my help must make an appointment at least 15 days before the divination. Otherwise, they won't even get to see me.
You were very serious during the divination. Even your tone was different from usual. However, I am more familiar with the way you talk now. It reminds me of our time at school. Thank you for making time for me, Matilda. If you need my help next time, please let me know. Good night.
Mon cœur! Oh, mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Pourquoi elle était là? Pourquoi elle était là?
Well, that was something. Happy little Matilda. She got to hold her crush's hand. She got at least said something to Sonetto. My gosh. Like, seriously, girl. It's so plain and obvious. I think the only reason why Sonetto hasn't realized because she's basically been trained not to pick up on emotions, basically. Outside of mission settings. Oof. I feel both sad and kind of happy for them. Also, I now have my thumbnail and I'm gonna name this episode. Anyway, moving onwards. A sweet apple. My gosh, I'm getting messages left, right, center. I'm hoping it's not picking up on the recording. But anyway, sweet and juicy, everyone wants to take a bite. Yes, everyone wants to take a bite if you've seen the internet. Woof.
Richard tends to oppose. Gloria tends to support. Black Agate tends to oppose. Uzo, neutral.
The situation doesn't look good.
Do you have any news, Mark?
Someone is spreading the minutes of your last meeting. I didn't get any direct evidence, but apparently every voter has read the anonymous minutes. The topic about Vertin. It has become a great disadvantage to us.
Double envelopment. A 4-4-point double low approach. No wonder they let the draft go through so easily. To reject the draft during the committee meeting does not actually address the real problem. The House of Intergrades can still resubmit the draft during the next legislative session. So she is planning for the long term. To bring it down in the voting stage and make it a plan that is totally abandoned.
I'm afraid so. A draft that has failed to win votes can hardly win the trust of the House's reviewers again. And of course, it won't be submitted to the committee.
Did anyone make any actual move yet?
Not yet. The minutes only change their preferences, but the number of those who have taken a stand still remains the same.
Just as I expected. This draft is not about Verton, but a promise to the future, about how to balance the benefits between different interest groups. To reach that, we need to meet the expectations of those groups who have a need for flexible management, and also appease the conservatives and not shake their confidence in controlling the overall situation.
Actually, we do have an opportunity to change the game now.
Opportunity.
I hereby challenge Delegate Mark Hall to a public debate on the revised draft of Storm Reformation, Manpower, and Discipline. This draft of his will bring unpredictable risks to the Foundation, yet Mark himself seems completely unaware of it. I believe it is necessary to make such risks public in a legal way.
See, I knew they were going to escalate Burton's issue.
You want to accept this challenge?
All the internal media are reporting the news. If I step back, they will definitely humiliate me and take advantage of the public opinion to undermine the draft.
Mark, that's a menacing move. It is coming for us. No matter fight or flight, they have comprehensive preparation for this. I would suggest taking the long view and not jumping to conclusions.
But defense without attack will never bring us victory, Madam Z. I've always wanted an opportunity to defend the draft in public. Concerning the questions they implied about Verton, I've collected more than enough cases to refute them. Misleading questions twist people's opinions. It's time to tell them the truth.
You have accepted it. Was it in front of the media?
I was there when Pedra challenged me. So were the media. Well, I don't think it's going to be a complete mistake.
It is a crucial debate. Do your best.
You don't have to come along with me. I'm here to repel the pests in the woods. It's part of my daily routine.
Thank you for your kindness, Miss Druvis. It is fun to stay in Miss Burton's suitcase, but I really feel like seeing the world out there. By the way, the pests you mentioned, what are they? I've heard of a kind of giant worm called the tatzelworm. They live in caves, about 2 to 5 feet long, and their heads are like cats. Be very careful if you see one. Both its skin and breath are toxic.
I have never heard of such a terrible worm. Hopefully we will not encounter any.
So, what are we disinfesting this time?
Oak processionary moths. Perhaps a few gray squirrel cubs. It's not enough to only rely on potions and arcanum to keep the woods in peace. Oak trees reside here, and everything will change with it. Animals that live in symbiosis, fungi that depend on each other. All of them will embrace diversity by the day.
Do you mean that? A group of grey fluff is flying over there.
A swarm of oak processionary moths. They are preying on something.
Miss Juvis, let's help out right away!
Okay, so now not what I was expecting. Most of these tend to be a bit more metaphorical, I guess is the word for it. The fact that they're actually throwing poor Mr. Apple to the moth to try and eat
The
him.
puppy wishes to come along.
Like, that's quite a way to go. Poor Mr. Apple. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do this? Throw that up for now.
No worries.
They're just little
If the
games.
fairies, then they drop the beats. That'll soften them up a little bit.
Rock, change the world!
Quite rude to smack a lady. Let's play
The puppy agreed with your decision.
Build that up and then we'll start
Zombie
blasting.
up! Woohoo! Release!
I hope we can build up enough.
Relax.
They're just
build enough,
little games.
I smell the
Moxie.
scent of mint oil.
So once wave 2 comes in, we can just
Woohoo! Release!
blast them all to heck and back. Did it really survive by like 1 HP?
Don't touch my bag!
Okay, we'll do haunt plug. Play the meter field with pickles in just a second. Drop the beats.
Zombie up!
Regulus. And
No
then
worries.
we'll do that. That should get rid of the two plant-based ones, so we should be
Left hand up!
spot.
Now right hand up!
Phase. Don't resist.
Go. Take a hit, but not a big deal. I don't want to do this, but it's better to not let them get an ultimate off. I don't know how hard it's going to hit us. Well, Pickles will have his rate, and then Regulus should it's almost ready as well. It's okay. Let's go up. Ponder existence, and then
They're
blaster.
just little games.
Breathe.
I've noticed I'm starting to slouch more and more lately, like, and it's not good for my back, so I'm trying to sit up in a more straight position. It gives me an odd angle, but not entirely uncomfortable, I would say. It feels like I've gotten used to slouching so much. Okay, get to play ball.
Are you ready to
Time
be
to party and
blinded?
use party time with Regulus afterwards. Should be able to drop at least one of them. And then, yeah, there we go. Not a big problem. Just wrap it up with... I'll just drop it all down. Or drop it all with, or I'll just drop them with... What's it called? I'll drop off all my most powerful abilities. Let's just say that.
Hip hip, hooray!
This apple is deeply grateful for what you've done. I almost thought I was caught in a nightmare. This apple has never seen so many moths. Ugh, this apple is going to have PTSD from insects.
They are very sensitive to the scent of sap. With all due respect, even among all the plants, Mr. Apple is quite attractive to insects.
So it was the scent that attracted them. No wonder Mr. Apple's invisibility didn't work. Thank goodness we're here.
Mr. Apple, did you find out anything?
Yes, Miss Druvis. I brought something insignificant. As we planned earlier, I disguised myself and reached the office building next to us. There is a device to detect arcane power at the entrance. However, this apple pried out what we needed from the guards.
What is it? Did Ms. Burton win on that voting list?
Sadly, not yet. It's not time for a formal vote. Everyone is cautious and remains neutral. Apart from that, there are some rumors in the Foundation. They are not very favorable to Vertin.
Rumors. It sounds as though the situation that Madame Z handles is more complicated and volatile than I thought. However, the votes have not been lopsided under such bad circumstances. Perhaps that means the Arcanists who share our aspirations are not in the minority.
That said, I'm afraid we are starting a protracted war, Miss Druvis.
Yes, I know. I've taken inventory of the supplies. We can still hang in there for 4 weeks and a half. Although they have cut off the water and electricity supplies in the building, we can still live on the resources in the suitcase for a while. There are fewer guards destroying the woods, probably because the abattis works.
What worries this apple is that if the procedure to finalize the draft takes more than 4 weeks and a half, we would
then survive by gradually shrinking our territory until Madame Z's draft is officially approved. We have chosen the thorny trail, and so we are destined to burn our boats and never look back. Vertin. She is worth fighting for.
For this point, Captain and this apple have absolutely no disagreement. Then this apple will keep scouting around for updates so that we could respond in time.
What are you looking at, Miss Sotheby?
Over there. It feels like someone is staring at us.
Let's go back. To the deep woods.
Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but not in a bad spot. So, we now have an idea of what's going on. Ms. Z and it looks like her maybe her / some of the other departments are on Britain's side, so that's good. We're not entirely without allies, so we're not down yet, but we still got a long uphill battle, it looks like. In the meantime, it looks like Miss Druis, Sonetto, Mr. Apple are getting information, which is great. Look, unexpectedly, the woods have become something of a danger now. I mean, it's to be expected. You've basically opened it up to the wilderness when Miss Druis there did what she did. But it'll be what it'll be. It'll be what it'll be. Besides that, comment down below. What is your biggest fear? For me, I am scared of like untethered heights. Like if I'm not in a plane, if I'm not tied to something, like say a rope or anything like that, if I'm just looking down like a chasm or off the side of a cliff, I am pretty much horrified, and I slowly creep away. Besides that, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that algorithm stuff. It really helps the channel. And remember, everybody, be kind. Let's create something new tomorrow, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, this has been the StarBornFeline signing off, saying goodbye.